question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Shamrocks and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 24.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season between the Dublin Shamrocks taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season. And these two squads, they're going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them. Because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
And Nick Bosa, so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. To throw is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 7. Now Cousins. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. To throw, Cousins. Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, but sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Eckler now between the tackles. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be let out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here is 3rd and 5. Throwing here, Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Now on first down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Purdy looking to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. But following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try and power it home here with a fullback Johnson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Following the interception, Cousins. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Up the middle with Eckler. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's got room. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he's got this to Jefferson. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 66 yards. And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 6. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Purdy. Flushed out right. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Purdy with a throw that's caught by Samuel. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 39 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Purdy now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense, because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Brandon Ayuk. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Shamrocks are able to cut into that deficit. And now, before we get to the extra point, remember, all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown there, as that's going to be ruled an incomplete pass. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, for the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Cousins now. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Osborne. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Cousins to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Back out comes this offense. First half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The opening week, certainly he didn't want to throw an interception, but the rookie got it out of the way. That's the first of his career.
Veterans throw interceptions week 1, week 2, week 3. It happens along the way. But you're right. He got out of the way. It's over. The big thing for him is, can he answer this question when he gets to the sideline? What did you see? Why did you make that throw? They'll work with it from there.
All right, we will save the week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Looking to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw here. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds lands right at midfield. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day one. At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this. Got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for receiver. Is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
A handoff. It's Eckler. Able to slither by. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 70. And the Vikings take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Dublin's offense now set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity. So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
They're going to try and throw. Going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down. Here's Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. The ball on the 32. It's second and 2. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side, and Osborne has it. Now what a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Eckler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Cousins. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. It's Eckler again. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that was a 3rd and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 43. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Vikings 47.
He'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton.
47 yards.
And the Shamrocks get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Moody good with the extra point.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here on the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. Fights off the defender. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
A 10-yard gain, but it's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it with Eckler, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Back to throw now on first down.
Batted at the line, but he still brought it in.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The end result, 21 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
So they get the flag for pass interference. Big call there on 4th down.
But it's the right call, and as much as I want to see them play through incidental contact, he's definitely there too early.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Shamrocks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Once more, here's Eckler. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:15 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was what they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man, Samuel. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Defensively here. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know, it's really strange. I think a lot of people think that the kneel down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener.